Hi all, I'm Age from Liquid Earth. It's a channel all about video and photography, so if that interests you, consider subscribing. I'm posting every week. Today though, the video is all about the Mimo app and the editing functions within it. I currently use the OM4, but it doesn't matter what Osmo gimbal you have. It can be the Osmo Mobile 3 or 2, or even the Pocket. The Mimo app is exactly the same. And it's recently been updated with some new editing functions which are really useful. You can take your video clips, edit them all down, then you can add transitions, titles, music and effects, and create a little output where you can share to social media or wherever you want to. I'm going to show you a little final video and then exactly how to make all of those edits. So the first thing we're going to do is go into the Mimo app, and at the very bottom you've got this little button that says Editor. Let's press that. Now you need to add all your clips. It's very simple, you just press the little round circles in the top right hand side. You can add multiple clips. If you want to preview first, press on the little clip and you can see a little preview to decide whether that's a video you want to include. So I'm going to include a few clips here. So let's choose these 6 and we'll press the edit button. If it needs to, let it go through the little rendering process and then you're ready to go. So here's your editing window with all of the effects. At the very top you can change your aspect ratio if you wish. I'm in 16:9, which is the original. I'm okay with that, but choose whatever you want and press done. Then you have the little clips along the bottom here. You can scroll in to make them a little bit larger and easier to work with, and you've got your press play button here just to preview your clip. So let's start at the very beginning and we'll make some edits, and then we're going to add some music and titles and effects afterwards. So I'm going to make a rough cut first of all. So all you do is you go to the point that you want to start, and there's a couple of ways to edit each clip down. You can press on the clip itself and you've got these handles on the left and right, and you can just drag those to the start point and then click on the end and drag that to the end point. Let's make this a bit bigger so that we can see more of our clips as we're editing them down. When you're happy, you can move on to the next clip and you can just do the same thing. The other way to do it is by pressing the cut. So if I want more than one clip within a longer section, then you can cut and edit down multiple sections. Or you can delete a section that you don't want. So if it's highlighted, press the little delete button. Now here's a segment of slow motion and it was shot in 120 frames per second. Now if we press the clip, you can see it's in slow motion. So let's start right here. I just want to hide that bin up in the background. Let's press cut, delete the first segment, and then I'm going to have this in slow motion, press cut, but then I'm going to speed the rest of it up. So if we press the clip and choose speed, we can speed that up. Let's try 4 times and let's press play. So now we've sped the clip up. And let's end with his smiling face here. So let's cut that. So we've got slow motion and then we have normal speed here. Now with this segment, I'm going to duplicate that by pressing the copy button. And now I've got 2 identical clips next to each other. And on the second one, I'm going to press reverse. Now that will just render that out again. And now it's going to reverse that footage. Great little effect to add. So now we've ended up and then reversed the footage back again. Now I'm going to juggle the order around, and that's very simple to do. All you do is click and hold one of the tracks and then put it into your new position. So here I'm going to start with this jump here. When I get to the jump, I'm going to press cut, and then I'm going to move this track just over. So we've got the jump, and then I'm going to start this one here so I can cut, delete the first segment, and then we've got this almost seamless transition. Let's drag out a little bit. We'll start a little bit earlier here. So he jumps and then we see him in the air. And the same for this bit there. I've got this nice little smiley face, so I'm going to put that at the very end. It'll make a nice ending to our video. Okay, so once you've got all your rough cuts done, it's time to add the music. That's simple. So we're going to press music down the bottom, and then it says tap to add music, and here's all of your choices, but there's some categories along the top. Now I like this one called Bubble, so let's press play. You can hear a little preview. If you want to add that one, press the plus button, and that's going to add that to your timeline there. And it's automatically cut off at the end of your videos. Now you can press replace and choose an alternative track and it will replace it. You can trim your tracks by pressing the trim button, the same as we do video. And then you've got volume, and we can adjust the volume. Let's keep this on 100. If you press apply to all, that applies the effects to all of your music tracks, not your video tracks. I've only got one music track, so it'll just apply it to that one. The other thing you can do with your volume is fade in and fade out too, so we'll use that as well. And now at the end and the beginning, it fades in and fades out. Then you've got this little rhythm button, and that's really useful. So with your rhythm, you can add little beat markers, and then you can edit to those if you wish to. And all you do is you press play and press this little drum on the beats. And then if you press the beat marker, you've got some options along the bottom. We can do a preview of 1 second before, just to make sure that you've got that beat on the right mark. And if you haven't, you've got minus and plus 0.1 seconds, so you can minutely adjust where you add the beat marker. And if you want to delete the beat marker, press the delete. Once you're happy and you've added all the beats, you'll see these little white dots along the bottom of your timeline there, and there are all your beats. And now that you've added the music and the beats, let's trim it in a final version of the edit to make sure they're all lined up. To do that, just select your clip and then just trim it back or forward to the beat markers, and you can do that all the way along your editing line. So here, for instance, I can press a cut, just delete this segment here. If you want to undo any of your cuts, press this little undo arrow here. So here, for instance, although I've got a beat marker here, I want to keep that clip, but because there's a beat marker, I can just zoom in. So let's press the cut button here, and with this one, I'm going to zoom in a little bit closer. And then if I press play, you'll see what happens. So it just zooms in. It's a continuous clip, but it's to the beat and makes it quite nice. Now that you've added all of your edits to the beat, you can go ahead and press the filter button, and now you can add filters to your footage if you wish to, and there's lots to choose from. You can adjust the color. So if some of the colors are faded, or you want some more saturation or brighter images, choose your options along the top. By the way, you've also got this little glamour effects there, so there's lots of options there for portraits and people. Once you've finished all your editing, you can add some titles and text. So I'm going to press the little text button here, and then it says tap to add subtitles. And if you wish, you can enter some subtitles here. Let's call this Landon. There's different styles, fonts, colors, positions. If you press the position, you've got this useful little grid here, and you can choose whereabouts you want your text. Press tick when you're done. You can also drag into position here as well if you wish to. Now if you want to go back and edit it, you can press the edit button here. You've got some animation, so let's choose some animation. There's lots of movement to this one, so I'm going to choose this little animation here. Let's apply that. And you've got in and out, so we'll apply that to the in and out as well. Let's see what that looks like. Great, okay. Let's scroll down our timeline and let's choose right at the beginning. So I'm going to click and drag that to the very beginning of my clip. And you've got these title cards, so if you want to, you can add a title card to start with and to end as well. So let's add a title card to the very end. Let's keep it simple and just call it the end and press tick. Now the final thing you can do is add transitions to your clips. So if I press this little square in the middle here, we can choose a transition. Let's choose dissolve and see what that looks like. That dissolves into the end, but I'm keeping the rest of them just as simple jump cuts. You've even got some little stickers that you can add by pressing the little sticker button here. Press the little sticker button, tap to add some stickers, and there's all sorts of options that you can add if you wish to. Once you've finished your editing, press the done, and then you can choose 1080, that's the option I prefer, that's full HD. That will generate the video for you. And if you want to post it straight away, you can save and post. That's to anything you've set up within the Mimo app, like Facebook or one of your social media accounts, or save only, and I want to press OK. And the video is now saved, so just click into my photos, and there I have my final video that I can press play to. You don't need an expensive editing program to make some great little edits. You can do it all within the Mimo app. Or even if you do have something like Premiere Pro, which I use for my professional editing, it's still nice to come in and make some very simple movies using the Mimo app. I hope you found that useful. If you did, consider subscribing. I am posting every single week. Thanks for watching, guys. Really do appreciate your support. There's a link on the bottom right to a playlist with lots more DJI Osmo Mobile videos that you might find interesting. Thanks again, and I hope to see you next time. Take care.